For the first time, Caitlin Clark stuck up for herself post game, and I loved every second of it. We heard it live on my post game live, and I said I'm gonna be doing a video specifically on this because I was shocked when Caitlin Clark said what she had to say following the Indiana Fever 86-77 win over the Phoenix Mercury in Indiana, a game that they trailed 19-3 in before Caitlin Clark picked them up with 15 points in the second quarter. They scored 6 points in the first, 35 in the second, had a tie game at halftime, and basically blew the game out, blew the game out in the second half, blew the Mercury out. A lot of stuff that went on in this game, a lot of chippy stuff, some technical fouls called. Maisha Hines-Allen gets ejected, going at Alyssa Thomas. Caitlin Clark gets into it with DeWanna Bonner twice. DeWanna Bonner is a fake tough girl. Sophie Cunningham's pointing at her and pursing her lips and kind of trolling the shit out of her, and DeWanna Bonner loses it. And yet somehow Caitlin Clark got called for a technical foul through all of this. For clapping, no less. And we're going to talk about that, man. Caitlin Clark, 24 points, 9 assists. Weird substitution in the fourth quarter. She picks up her fifth foul on an overturn call where she clearly got elbowed in the chest. And then somehow, apparently, the 155-pound Clark is the one that knocked over Alyssa Thomas. But a lot of chippiness tonight. And they play again on Wednesday. And it's going to be real interesting, to say the least, to be quite honest. And definitely going to be an interesting night when they play the Phoenix Mercury again in a couple days. Because these two teams hate each other. It's abundantly clear that these two teams really don't like each other. And a lot of it probably stems from DeWanna Bonner specifically and the Alyssa Thomas deal and the fact that they had all kinds of comments about Indiana prior to Bonner coming to Indiana. And then, obviously she took off because she's a quitter. But Caitlin Clark, man, she had a lot to say about these officials and that technical foul. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hype the video, subscribe to both channels, like the video, comment. Let me know what you think. Appreciate everyone jumped on board the live tonight. That was a lot of fun, as always. Here's Caitlin Clark, man, post game. And she's here with Monique Billings in this particular post game interview. But there's a couple of comments that Caitlin made that I want to jump in right to real quickly. This is the first one.
How would you assess your performance tonight and what went into just having that all-around effect on the game?
I would just say I had good energy, good hustle. My
have with Mo and you've been developing through the last few games?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was great. I got to play with her at Team USA, and, it's fast in the WNBA. You don't get, a lot of time to develop with one another. So just really proud of her and how she came out tonight. I thought she was, diving hard, which was an emphasis coming into the game. It was, get out of screens. We want to get dives. We want to get rolls, especially even coming out of halftime. She did that really well. She finished through contact. She made free throws. So, and then she rebounded the ball really well, especially early in the game. She got us a few extra chances when things were not going our way at all. So I'm just really happy for her.
Pick up the tech tonight, 5th of the season.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I got a technical for clapping. So, if we should all just go on the calendar now and pick a game that I'm going to be suspended for if I'm going to get technicals for clapping. I asked Gerda. Gerda said that I got a technical for clapping. So, if any technical should be taken away, it should be that one. If it's truly for clapping, that's what they said they gave it to me for was for clapping. So it's just ridiculous. I don't understand it at all.
So she's probably going to get a fine now for that, for telling people it's for clapping and criticizing the officials. But I loved it. It's ridiculous. And it was ridiculous because when the play happened, their arms are tangled. DeWanna Bonner overreacts because she hates Caitlin Clark's guts. She hates her guts. You can see it. There's a true disdain for Caitlin Clark. She hates her. And her overreaction was so crazy. And then there shouldn't have been nothing there, but then it turns into something. And then you're telling me it wasn't for the actual act. It was for after that clapping. Is that what we give players technical fouls for? Is that what you give star players technical fouls for, clapping? Wow. Let's continue. But I love that she brought it up because it's embarrassing what's happening in the WNBA.
Even within that, though, how aware do you have to be of the 8 technical fouls?
I'm going to play with emotion. I'm going to play with passion. And if they're going to give me a technical foul for clapping, then so be it. That's their choice. And the league can come back and review that play, and I'd love to hear what they say of the reasoning of why I got the technical foul in that situation and why other players on their team didn't get a technical foul in that situation. If anything, split it. Okay, fine. Everybody gets a technical foul. That wasn't how they were handed out. So I'd love to know. But obviously, that's what I went to Gerda and said. I said, why'd you give me a technical foul? She said, because I was clapping and instigating. I said, okay, then you just don't like competitive basketball. And that's just facts. That's just reality. So disappointing from them.
You don't like competitive basketball. For clapping. Again, for clapping. Instigating? Instigating what? We all saw the play. What did she instigate, actually? The instigation was DeWanna Bonner. It's very interesting how plays get viewed in the WNBA now. I mean, there were so many weird calls in this game tonight, whether it was the Sophie Cunningham reversal, challenge but not reversed, when it was clearly that she just knocked the ball out of bounds, but then they said that there was a foul on her. Don't know how the hell she fouled anybody. Or the Cock Hopper one where she goes in for a layup and gets called for an offensive foul because Kelsey Mitchell threw her face in the way. I mean, I'm old school, guys. You're going up for a shot, your elbow hits him in the face, your elbow, you just got in the face. That's it. And then you have another one where Caitlin Clark is clearly tipped the ball out of bounds, and then Alyssa Thomas throws a bow at her. Now, it didn't hit her in the face. It hit her in the chest. Probably not even that hard, but it hit her. And they turned it into a foul on Clark. And it was like, for what? There was the travel called on Caitlin Clark that was completely ridiculous because they don't call that a travel. And if they don't call it a travel on anybody, why are you calling it now? Now, mind you, my opinion is that it's a travel because I think all those are travels. This whole gather, step back bull crap. They're taking they're taking 4 steps a lot of times, but no one gets called for it. So to call it when they called it, it's like, what's happening here right now? So I'm glad that she called out the bullshit tonight because it was complete crap. At the same time, her coach really wasn't too forgiving, but I will do a separate video on that one. But let's continue with this press conference right here. I'm going to find one more quote where she had it. It said something here.
Caitlin, DB posted you that kind of started that whole incident. What did you just see from, I guess, your vantage point, and then what did you hear on the court afterwards?
I thought it was just an arm entanglement, I guess, and I thought it was fine. Like, whatever. Like, I don't think initially there was technicals handed out for that. I guess I think it was maybe the scuffle that ensued between both teams after that. Honestly, I don't remember hearing anything directly or specific words, but I don't know. I appreciate my having my back. It's nice to have a teammate like that that's always going to go to battle for their teammates. And, I thought we did a good job of refocusing and trying to, obviously they called everything from that point, which is kind of what they have to do to be able to control the game. So I don't know how long the fourth quarter was, but it felt really long. So.
Sorry, have to also ask, did you ask to go back into the game with like 2-ish minutes left, or?
I did not know.
Why did you go back in?
I guess you can ask Steph. I don't know. It was a 12-point game at that point, but yeah, you can ask Steph. I don't have an answer for you. To win the game, I guess.
So there you have it, Caitlin Clark. Listen, folks, she spoke what she had to say. She said what she had to say about the officiating. The officiating was embarrassing. She's going to get fined more than likely for that comment on the officiating. I think you can expect it. But listen here, man. That technical foul is bogus. They need to send that in for review. They should get that thing rescinded because there's no way in the world we're giving freaking players technical fouls for clapping. Like there was no. What was the instigation component? What was the instigation? She didn't instigate anything. Actually, and I'm really critical of Caitlin Clark. She didn't instigate anything there. She got tangled up with a player who tried to start some shit with her, and she didn't. And then that player went crazy. That player, like DeWanna Bonner, went crazy. She went ballistic. She wanted to go at everybody, and all because she hates Caitlin Clark. And to call a technical foul for clapping? Well, Caitlin Clark's gonna get a fine now for criticizing, but I love it. And she needs to do that every single game because the type of shit that she has to deal with game after game after game, I'd rather her deal with it in post-game press conferences than on the court because I don't want her to get another technical foul. I don't want her to because at this point, she's going to get suspended at some point They need to fight that technical foul. It should be rescinded. I hope to God it is. We'll be checking on that tomorrow. But, you know, again, another example of Stephanie White not stepping up to battle for her player, not fight for her player. Because you should have gotten technical a tee at that point when that referee told you that they teed her up for clapping. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about how Caitlin Clark spoke on this interview, man? Again, Fever 86-77 winners over the Phoenix Mercury. Caitlin Clark 24 points, 9 rebounds. I'm sorry, 9 assists, and I think it was 3 rebounds. I think it was something like that. But either way, great job by Caitlin Clark today. She led that game today, and that second quarter was big time. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe, ring that bell. This is Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.